This is Athletes Unlimited, back for week 3 of volleyball action. 44 players from around the globe make up this new United States Pro League. World and Olympic champions bring their experience to a unique and innovative format. Heading to the midpoint of the season, 3 captains remain the same. Betania de la Cruz, Leah Edmond, and points leader Jordan Larson continue atop the championship chase. Tonight comes Ebony Wanabu's debut as captain. The former #1 pick must steer a team of her own. Tensions build. A new match day dawns. Kills, aces, digs, and teamwork lead to dynamic plays. Who will come out on top of week 3? Team Wanabu takes on Team De La Cruz right here on FS2. Tonight's match is presented by Guaranteed Rate. What looked like a Midwestern city when we arrived, Big D looks more like herself. Spring temperatures have warmed and the volleyball has heated up inside Fair Park Coliseum. It's Team De La Cruz and Team Wanabu facing off in match #1 of week 3. Welcome inside, Kevin Barnett alongside my partner, Salima Rockwell, 2-time national team captain. Salima, we've redrafted this league 3 times so far, and we are starting to see some patterns.
Well, you're starting to see players get used to one another. I think that's the biggest thing that you're seeing. They know each other very well, and they want to play with certain players. So you're going to see 4, 5, and 6 teams, 6 players repeat themselves over teams this weekend.
If you just joined us and you don't know how this works, let us give you a little primer on Athletes Unlimited Volleyball, something like you've never seen. 45 world-class players across 4 teams. We do draft every single Tuesday after a weekend of action. It's an innovative scoring system that is an individual title inside of a team sport. You have the fan had the opportunity to contribute to that leaderboard, and here it is right now, our top 10.
Well, this is so fun. This is where it gets good. There is 158 points between Jordan Larson and Betania de la Cruz. And you look at Leah Edmond, Ebony Wanabu, and Carcelo, there are only a few points separating the 3 of them. So it's getting tight, it's getting exciting, and things are going to change.
Captains are determined by the top 4 each week, and it isn't just that week, it's additional. But if you have a big week, you can move your way up the leaderboard.
Well, absolutely, and that's what we saw this past week. Huge numbers from players that were on the same teams. De La Cruz, Wanabu, and Hunter were all on the same team last week. Larson and King this week. Big numbers, big moves, and there's going to be more to come.
So much attention paid to captains, but it's all about first-round draft picks. These 2 couldn't be more different. Cassidy Lichtman on one side.
Well, absolutely. I think Ebony Wanabu knew what she wanted. She's got the arm on the right, and she knew she needed a passing outside hitter that could hold things down and keep it together. So Cassidy Lichtman, although inactive last week, was chosen as her first pick.
Betty de la Cruz has a formula. It's big arms.
It is big arms. Last week, it was Ebony Wanabu, who is now a captain, and this week, it is Carcelo. Betty de la Cruz knows she can hit and terminate on the left. Carcelo can do it on the right.
A look at the numbers for these 2 players. Lowe continues to lead in offense.
Well, she's just been lethal. It's been almost impossible to stop her, leading in kills per set, and that is why Betty de la Cruz chose her this week.
Let's hear from Ebony Wanabu. How's she get ready for a match? We have first serve on the way. What's she talking about?
Hey, Odie, what's your favorite Disney movie? Disney. Yes, like princess. Ariel, Snow White.
Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on Fox Sports Network is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Definitely looking like more typical Texas here in March as we give you the starting lineups. First for Team Wanabu. Lichtman will be alongside Simone Abbott, who's looking to have a breakout match, and a couple of really effective blocking middles in Bastianelli and Crocker. Libero Tiff Clark will check in for Team Wanabu. First time she's moved in a few weeks. And for Team De La Cruz, another kind of outside hitter that could be effective. Lindsay Stalzer could be the X factor here. And Kelly Hunter, as mentioned, returns at setter, someone that Betania de la Cruz is comfortable with. Each week, we like to kick it off with our Bring It In, a very special person this week.
Bring it in, AU supporters. I'm Lindsay Berg, 3-time Olympian, 2-time silver medalist. Sport, specifically volleyball, changed my life. Today I'm home in Honolulu, Hawaii, in the exact place that I started my journey. It doesn't matter where or when you start. Stay motivated and inspired, work hard and smart, and be unlimited.
Thank you, Lindsay Berg. Bergie, one of the all-time greats on Team USA, fought her way back into that starting setter position.
She has battled over the years. It's been fun to have her there.
And Nia Grant, who you just saw, has battled her way into a starting position into week 2. She carries that into week 3. De La Cruz in orange, Wanabu in purple. Right away into the middle to Crocker, who will get her own overpass back and put it away. Corey Crocker just out of school and right into the pros here with Athletes Unlimited. Back to serve, Simone Abbott. That ball is put away, so both teams go to the middle. That was Nia Grant.
Well, and I definitely think we're gonna see each side establish a middle as early as they possibly can, when the passing is good, when they're finding the rhythm, and then rely on the outsides a little bit more out of system.
We will see who gets targeted. There have been definite targets when you talk about Stalzer or Abbott leading into the weekend. Molly Lohman will serve now. That pass doesn't matter. And over to that left front, but a miss on the swing. So definitely a focus on the middle right away. Once more into the middle, and this one is successful.
3 in a row. I like that. They served that ball to Abbott. She was able to control it, pass it nice and high. And Brun's doing a really nice job getting this ball into the middle, getting Crocker some swings. Effective swing out of the middle of the court.
Corey Crocker, leading blocker with 15 total coming in. Kind of disappeared offensively last week. That will not happen this week as Bastianelli, new to the front row, blocks one.
Javi Bastianelli, I talked to her a little bit earlier. She was so excited about playing today and was like, we want to block balls. That's my goal. I want to block a lot of balls tonight.
There was a debate as to who was the #1 middle. Molly McCage, Javi Bastianelli. Advantage Bastianelli in blocking, and that proves true right away. That one through her hands. With a lot of help from Cass Lickman.
Lyanna Sebeldon with the kill point.
Lyanna Sebeldon with that kill.
Now serving number 52, Kelly Hunter.
Look at how our points work. 40 points for each set, 180 team points available throughout. You, the fan, can vote for those MVP spots. Just 3 players being awarded that after every match. And every action has positives and negatives. Diggs have positives. Hunter will pick up a +5 there. 1 for Clark as well. Outside, Betty de la Cruz tips it. And Tiffany Clark might argue it. No. She looked for a moment like she's going to claim a pancake.
Yeah, that was one of those where I'm going to try to convince the ref, and then, okay, we're not challenging this right here. She flew in there, almost had this pancake. Part of the ball hit the floor right before she got it.
You and I had a lot of time with the players this week, and several of them mentioned the tipping of Betty de la Cruz, the efficiency with which she does it. She doesn't make a lot of hitting errors.
Well, she's just so good at it, and she's smart at where she tips and how she tips, and it's really hard to defend.
Abbott out of the back row does an effective job there. Runs with the dig. Here comes Wanabu the other way. Kill for her off the block and along the net.
Point Team Wanabu.
4 apiece, set 1. Ebony Wanabu began at USC,
Now
went to
serving
Texas.
the captain, Ebony Wanabu.
Played overseas. She came back from Italy, had to leave her dog behind. Mom said, "You're quarantining for 2 weeks. I'm putting you in a hotel. You're not coming home."
Poor Ebony. Didn't have Kylo. Had to be in a hotel. Tough.
Betty misses that push.
Point Team Wanaboo.
Betania De La Cruz, captain on the other side. Of course, teammates with Ebony Wanaboo last week. An effective 3-0 record for what was Team De La Cruz wearing purple. If you were joining us in week 2. This is week 3 of what is 5 weeks of action. Saturday, Sunday, Monday each week. Sebeldon, I believe that was a left hand.
I think it was. It was a left hand. You see the setter run forward on this. Hunter runs forward, and Sebeldon just has to throw it down. The block wasn't able to get it, and the lift was called as a result.
Betania De La Cruz, already an Olympian, 2012. Going to be an Olympian in 2021 once again. Lickman left-handed. And Karstelo with her left hand, but that is actually her hitting it.
That's 3 in a row. 3 lefties in a row, but not lefties.
Yeah, that's right. 2 lefties from righties. Look at Karstelo. She's looking to represent Team USA for a 2nd time in the 2021 Olympics. Both Dominican Republic for Betty De La Cruz and the United States qualified. Of course, at this point, long ago, De La Cruz digs her former teammate. Stalzer puts it away down the line.
And it started with a huge dig by Betty De La Cruz. You see Ebony Wanaboo coming in hot out of the back row. De La Cruz handles it with a swing on the left side to finish.
Betty got herself a 2nd serve, but missed. She's about the only jump server you will see in the league. Heaviest arm in the whole league?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Heaviest arm, hardest jump serve. She's so much heat behind that serve and her swings.
What do you mean by heaviest arm?
Well, it's just a lot of heat. It comes at you fast and hard, and it's hard to handle. I mean, there's speed. Stalzer has speed. Karsta has speed. De La Cruz has heat.
Point Team Wanaboo.
Heat. It's hot.
Fire emoji, fire emoji,
Oh
fire
man,
emoji.
I gotta get on that.
All right, that one missed. So we are tied once again. Nice pass from Stalzer, low. Repeat set, you love that. You love that as a hitter. Give me the ball back.
And as a setter, you have a feel for your hitters. You know when they're playing well. You know when they want it again. When the block moves with you, and of course when you have Karsta low, you can throw back there over and over and over again.
Now checking in, number 15, Nia Grant. Now serving for Team De La Cruz, number 30, Lyanna Sebeldon.
Lyanna Sebeldon had her run of Perfektenschlag interrupted in the last match last week. She's looking to find that flow once again. Abbott way outside, high off the block. Stalzer, X Factor on X Factor. Did that hit the antenna? No, it went straight back.
Definitely went straight back. Brun's doing a nice job lining up in a good spot. Stalzer taking a big swing, but you see Bruns, that's all her. She's going to get credit for that rattle.
Javi Bastianelli now serving for Team Wanaboo.
Javi Bastianelli out of Illinois. Born in Michigan, played for the University of Illinois. That one nearly out of the stadium.
Yeah, I mean, she gets on that ball fast, and I really like how she's getting set this ball. The speed of it is perfect, the height. The ball's just a little bit up and down, and she can get on it super fast.
Reverse dump by Bruns.
Number 17, Taylor Bruns.
Beautiful attack by Taylor Bruns, who is in the front row. So only 2 attackers. Here's the tight pass. She recognizes where the block is and just flings it behind her head to the empty spot on the court.
Runs the lefty with the serve. Stalls her inside, so she gave you the line. Now she gives you the angle.
Ooh, I like that angle. That was a sharp angle inside the block. Stalzer is just getting up quickly. You see her recognize that swing that's available inside the block.
Left her a ton of angle on that one. Perfect pass by Cass Lickman. That's what she's out there for. Benefits the middle.
The exact reason Ebony Wanabu drafted Lickman. Look at that. That is a perfect pass right to the setter. And a beautiful swing by Corey Crocker. I like that they're getting her involved so much this early.
Young players, you just leave it out there.
That's it.
Just lay it out there and leave it.
Hang on to it.
Tough serve. It falls out of bounds. I don't know that Simone Abbott meant to do that one.
No, that was a little odd. There was some side spin, some front spin. I think she kind of mishit that ball.
Looked like Steve Miserak hit that one.
Betty certainly wasn't prepared for it.
Or the Black Widow, maybe. High hands, deep corner. That is a classic seam swing.
Well, and it's such a nice swing because you see she doesn't even finish and swing all the way through that ball. She just snaps her hand at the top of her reach to hit it off the top of that block in the seam.
Number 23, Molly Lohman, also now serving.
Molly Lohman again in to serve. Played in the Philippines and Hungary. Misses that one.
Service error.
A couple service errors, allowing perhaps some rhythm for Team Wanabu. In this rotation last time with Crocker at the line, number 77 in purple, it was a block by Bastianelli. Runs with the dig. Betty chops it. Abbott is there. Didn't get quite enough of it and into the cheese grater.
It's great hustle by Abbott. She almost, if she hit it a little bit higher, they had a shot at getting that ball over. But an unbelievable hustle. Look at her change directions and sprint after this ball. Lays out for it, just couldn't get enough on it. Yep, and hits the LED board.
Simone Abbott said while in quarantine over the last year, she practiced mind control. She misses that one. I think she may have practiced some of that this week, trying to come back after a rough week of receiving. That one's down the line, scored for Team De La Cruz.
Looks like there may have been a net called. No argument on their side.
Yeah, late net, so go the other way.
Now serving the captain, number 95, Ebony Wanabu.
We didn't see a ton of competitive volleyball on Monday to finish out week 2. This is more what we've seen throughout the entire league. Just a 1-point advantage halfway through. Oh, Cass Lickman doesn't take a swing at it.
Let somebody else.
There's Cass Lickman. Right on the back line from low in rotation 1.
Number 25, Carstolo with the kill point.
Really nice swing by Carstolo. So much range from the left and the right. They leave her out there in this rotation. She stays on the left. And you can see her eyeball that and really just cut her shoulder. Yeah, cut that ball high over the top down the line.
Right on the back line.
That was an
Ace serve. Betania De La Cruz, or the Big Beth if you're following along on Instagram.
There's just so much speed on this. It's got a little action on it as well. Hard to see, hard to track.
Betty, an international volleyball assassin, as well as a mom to Fair, who's now 10. Cass right off the head of Sebeldon, I think.
Definitely got her.
Number 8, Cassidy Lickman.
Nice set by Bruns. That's a ball that's a little bit off the net. I like that she keeps the rhythm of the set. Cass loves that ball that just has a little bit of lift on it, not too high, but gets on it quick.
You can see going after Stalzer, and she passed it perfectly there for the kill by Sebeldon.
She's really been handling the ball well. I like how she's controlled here. Nice gap set right between the two blockers to Sebeldon.
Kelly Hunter wanted Lyanna Sebeldon on this team. She was into the draft room early, said, I know how to set number 30.
Well, and it's a big deal, knowing how to set your hitters, especially your middles, and having a good rhythm. You know where to find them. It's a nice swing and a nice connection.
Stalzer with the block there. Big swing block move has Team De La Cruz up 16-14. Yeah, we should have a technical timeout here, as no one has called the timeout in our first set. And so there it is, off the huge play by Stalzer. You have to track that back slide if you're in the left front.
Well,
and the springs under Stalzer. Get it. Team De La Cruz up 2 in the first set. What was the draft strategy for her second turn, Betty De La Cruz? What were you looking for?
Mi estrategia de esta vez, creo que más o menos es la misma de la semana pasada, tener un equipo que disfrute, que cada uno pueda hacer su trabajo, y creo que el resultado va a llegar solo.
And that was your guaranteed rate draft recap. All right, Nostra Salimas. You had a beat on Betty.
I did have a beat on Betty. We've gotten to know each other pretty well, and I had a feeling I knew what she was going to do. You know, the first one was Karstelo. I knew when she had Ebony in the first round, the value of having an opposite was going to be huge for her. We talked about Kelly Hunter. She loved how she set Kelly Hunter, or how Kelly Hunter set her. I knew that was coming. Of course, Sebeldon was Kelly's choice, and then Nia Grant. She's got a good vibe with her as well. So I knew that she kind of wanted to recreate some of the same things she had last time, and that's where she ended up.
She was giving you some dagger eyes and some pursed lips during the day before the draft when we were hanging out on level 2.
She wasn't telling me much, but man, I was reading her.
The best one was Nia. Well, you wrote down Nia, and then she picked her, and you yelled at her, yes, this is it.
Held it up.
Yeah.
I got you.
Our week 3 captain moved from the 4th spot up to that 2nd spot. 84 kills his 2nd. And just an all-around nice performance from Betania De La Cruz. She fills a lot of categories, not quite as many as Jordan Larson, but she's more of an offensive terminator.
Yeah, I agree, and it's been fun to watch her grow, I think, with the players here as well, and lead.
She's having fun.
We're seeing that a lot with her, and it makes a big difference in your team when you can lead that way.
Kevin Barnett alongside Salima Rockwell. Fair Park Coliseum, week 3 underway with his first match of 2 on the evening. Wanabu out of the Bic in the back row. 16-15, an incredibly competitive first set between former teammates from last week. Wanabu and De La Cruz were the big pin hitters for the women in purple. Now they are split up. Abbott blocked, but covered out of bounds. And that is a question coming in here, Salima. Simone Abbott, can she come out of the phone booth like Superwoman? She was boxed in last week.
She was, but I believe it, and we've already seen it. She's taken some big cuts out of system when the ball's been off the net. This is a nice swing, but it's a really nice block as well. So sometimes you got to give credit where credit's due. That was the block.
Working on Abbott again. That one too tight. Reverse dump, no good this time. I think all the way inside there was Stalzer.
She was waiting, because you look at the back row attack, she was just waiting. Ebony Wanabu had an opportunity to hit on the right side out of the back row, but she was hanging tight until that ball was set.
Oh, remember, Ebony Wanabu came up the middle in the last rotation as well. This time she's all the way to the right and over. That'll be an easy call. You can't step on that line hitting out of the back row, plain and simple. 19-15. Do you call a timeout? The answer for Tamamiya Shiro and head coach Ebony Wanabu is no for the moment. Back row conversion there off the dig by Namaris. Well, there's Agosto as Betty De La Cruz.
Well, this is what Betty De La Cruz adds so well. She can hit, beautiful dig, but she hits out of the back row at such a high efficiency. She can score. Look how fast that arm is.
Abbott looking for hands, no touch call. Has to be a timeout now. Fans, if you want to get even closer to the game, join the Unlimited Club for free and select your favorite player. You can unlock special access, additional content, and more. Also, make your Geico Unlimited pick. Unlock content from your favorite Athletes Unlimited player. If you're looking for more, go and get a membership a whole year. You can vote for MVP, not only here, but also when softball and lacrosse are happening. AUProsports.com. Click on Unlimited Club. Timeout on the floor. So much yet to be decided here on a Saturday night. De La Cruz lead by 6. Every athlete upon joining Athletes Unlimited was asked to identify a nonprofit organization that they would play for in this year. The Give Lively Foundation will make a grant equal to 50% of the athlete's end of season bonus to that nonprofit partner. Let's check in with Javi Bastianelli and whom she is playing for.
I chose the Rainbow Connection as my organization because cancer has been pretty prevalent in my family, unfortunately, and I wanted to give back in that way. And I thought the Rainbow Connection was perfect because I help Michigan families, not just with cancer, but other illnesses.
Outstanding work being done by all these athletes as you look at Team Wanaboo and the different organizations that will benefit. One of note, Cassie Lickman Path. She actually started that nonprofit organization. And everyone will receive bonuses at the end of the year. Javi Bastianelli increasing her bonus money with moves like that.
Well, we talked about her at the beginning of the show. She wants to block the ball. She knows she can attack the ball. So she wants to really add value to her team, and I believe that she's going to get it done tonight. That's for sure.
That block coming next to Taylor Bruns. Marysville, Michigan native. Dad builds prototype tanks. Do you get to test those in the backyard?
Yeah, that would be really cool.
I remember players playing in Russia would hang out with some oligarch characters, and there was some tank driving going on in the guy's yard.
Different
Space. True story. Right side, Wanaboo out of the timeout. All right, how does Team Wanaboo get back in this set?
I think you can set Ebony Wanaboo as much as possible, get her going a little bit, and you watch what she does out of the back row and see them move her around to the right side of the court. You see her coming in down the line out of the back row.
Another opportunity for a point here. Right back to the captain. And she delivers.
Number 95, Ebony Wanaboo with
Well, really, she's one of the leading point scorers, kill leaders in the league right now. And hey, you're behind by a few points. She's going to streak. She has the ability to streak points. So set her a few in a row. It's hard to defend her, even if there's a block in front of her.
Stalls are dug by Clark. How about another one? 3 in a row? Not yet. Well, that's a ghost though with the dig, and here comes De La Cruz. Yeah, that soft stuff usually goes. Another veteran play.
And it goes because they're ready for that hard hit ball. They're dug in deep on the sidelines, ready to dig the ball. And Betty De La Cruz comes out of the back row. They're questioning that pancake. But you're going to see right now, in that last rotation, they had Betty De La Cruz and Carcillo on the back row. Couple of weapons coming at you out of the back row. We'll see if they keep this ball away from Cassie Lickman a little bit, because she's their primary passer, but...
No, they don't. And they pay.
Yeah.
Still a 4-point lead for De La Cruz.
Again, it's Cass Lickman. This is what she does so well. Dimes this ball, perfect pass to the setter. I mean, it's on repeat. You're going to serve that ball to Cass Lickman, that's where the ball's going to go.
Crocker heavily involved, 3 kills, hitting 500. Low is long, so another one gained here. Wanaboo scratching and clawing their way back into this first set.
Making their way back. Just need to be disciplined on defense, disciplined with the block, not reaching at all.
I always thought a good way to think about it is we got to get 1 on here, we got to get 2 in the next, 3 in the next. You don't have to get it all at once. Ooh. That is how you do it with international flair.
By number 81.
And she just goes over the top and in the corner.
Get social with us. Head to auprosports.com. You can get your gear over there, and you can also click on our social media. Follow us at AU Pro Sports for exclusive insider content throughout the week, throughout the weekend. Follow along with us. Nice dig by Stalzer. Another tip. That's 3 of them in this first set.
It is, and Betty De La Cruz, you know, we were talking about this earlier. She can bang it. She can absolutely score points, but she knows where to put the ball and when to put it where she does. And it's such a high contact point, and it's just over the top of the block. Very difficult to run that down and make that decision.
7 kills on 11. That ball's long. 8 of the last 10 points have gone to De La Cruz.
Looks like we might have a challenge here.
We have a captain's challenge.
Well, if that challenge fails, this set is over.
Ebony Wannabu was pretty sure right away, and you saw Betty De La Cruz kind of waving her hands, waving off of it. So see if we can get a look at it here.
I think Betty's reaching about as high as you can reach here.
Ah, she's up there, and Ebony.
Not seeing a lot there. Ooh, right there. I think that one's coming back.
You? Let me see. Let me put my glasses on.
Yeah, I think the fingers of De La Cruz.
Yeah, you might see it. You might. Well, and again, all these points are so critical because you're playing for overall points. You're playing for the entire match, so you want to score as many points as possible, even if Team Wannabu loses a set. A point here would be big.
And you're going to look at it just the same as our referees. So play along. If you want to bet a trip to get the popcorn from the fridge, from the kitchen, or a trip to the fridge, whatever, touch called.
I wanted to see Betty's face. I knew she knew. She knows. That's why she was in that huddle for so long, just hiding her face.
Number 77.
Potential yet. Set point number 2 for De La Cruz, Team Wannabu. Of course, remember, those overall points matter. Lose a set, you lose it 40 points. That one's still alive, but you're still in the overall. Best opportunity you're going to get right here. Wannabu scores it.
Point Team Wannabu.
So you wondered, could you ride the captain? The answer is yes. Volleyball, a simple game sometimes. Third set point opportunity for De La Cruz is converted. They will go plus 40 for the team points and that set victory. But a little bit of a comeback. Will it matter at the end? 25-21. Set 1 is over. Set 2 coming to your living room next. Tonight's match is presented by Guaranteed Rate. Back in Dallas, we welcome Ebony Wannabu after the first set loss. But Ebony, your team seemed to perform fairly well throughout most of that set. What needs to be cleaned up?
I think the easy touches, I think a lot of tips fell. So we just need to make that adjustment, pick up those tips, and stay low and over on that block. Just get good touches, not necessarily get blocked. Just get up high touches. Particularly against Betty, your former teammate, what do you have to do against her tips? We just have to be, I'd rather our back row step in, and then if she hits high, use our hands. And I don't know, just be there. I think she hits harder cross than she does line. No offense, Betty, but yeah, just pick up those easy tips.
We saw an early emphasis on the middle. Is that something you guys worked on?
Yeah, I asked Taylor before the game, set our middles as much as possible. Just give them a chance to score some points. I don't think they're really expecting our middles to be as active as they are right now, so hopefully we can keep that up.
All right, we'll keep an eye out in set 2. Thanks, Ebony.
Thank you.
This has been Navigating the Wind, presented by Mariner Wealth Advisors, helping you navigate your financial future. This is how Ebony Wanabu has navigated her career, played professionally already in Turkey and Italy after an outstanding finish to her college days at the University of Texas. An AVCA All-American in 2017 to finish that career, and she's carried a bunch of highlights right into our action here in Dallas.
Well, Ebony Wanabu is so effective, and they're going to want to set her as much as possible. When they're behind points, when they're ahead points, I mean, you can count on her to score, and this is why she became a captain. She can generate a ton of points from the front row and from the back row, and that's what makes her so good.
How about some insight? Ebony on court.
The captain, number 9.
Yeah! It's like a serve. Okay, we're good. Just take it easy.
Yeah, staying in the huddle, staying with her group. Just take it easy.
I like it. And,
we're going to talk about princesses and try and win some volleyball matches.
That's right. Well, there's a lot to being a captain, and she's going to figure it out and find how to lead a team and really how to get them to rally, and it's a lot of responsibility on the team captains.
Captains are in charge. They make the final say on everything. Our facilitators, Talami Ashiro, working with Ebony Wanabu. I wanted to combine them there. That's what it was last week.
I like it.
Nuwana Cruz. They are working together, everything from practice times to, if you're going to have practice at all, video sessions if you want to do that. Match preparation, and you heard Ebony, we want to set the middles. Can they do that here in set 2? Kevin Barnett, Selima Rockwell back underway. Set 2, match 1. Nia Grant, as Team Dela Cruz proves they can set the middles too.
Absolutely. And I think you're going to just see this as much as they can when they're passing well. We talked about this earlier. Establishing the middle just opens up everything for every other hitter. When you have to force the other team's middle to hold and wait, it's a big swing by Nia Grant.
Do yourself a favor. Don't follow Nia Grant on Instagram. Go follow Penelope.
Oh, Penny. She said she has more followers than I do now. I'm losing followers and she's gaining them.
Tiff Clark keeps that one alive, but it's just wide. That's Penny, the Great Dane, owned by Nia Grant.
It has already gotten bigger since we've been here.
Yeah, with those paws, we saw pictures. This European Dane, talking like 220, run a 4.440. Wanabu.
Man.
Good luck with that one.
That is coming fast. That's a nice set by Bruns all the way across the court. You see this ball's passed all the way to the right side. She flings it over there, but look at her. She goes high and finds that seam in the middle of the court.
Dela Cruz right back with another heater.
And it's so tough, Ebony Wanabu played with Dela Cruz last week. She knows her really well. She knows how she plays the game. She said, hey, we just need to be there. We need to be disciplined. But you watch Betty Dela Cruz go up and intentionally just chop that ball off the right hand of Ebony Wanabu.
I love what was said about Betania Dela Cruz this week, that she is the most low-key savage you will meet.
It's about right.
Another one down the line. She was crediting, after the draft, giving a little advice to Ebony Wanabu. She said, play free, take the captain off your shoulder, but
I don't remember.
I'm going to hit right by you.
Oh, yeah, that's
and over
said.
you.
That's right.
And around you.
That's right. It's coming. It's coming.
Crocker, will it be enough? No, Stalzer, quick to get it. Right back to Crocker, inside of Sebeldon.
Number 77.
I really like this game plan. Corey Crocker didn't have a lot of swings last week. Didn't you know, you saw her blocking a little bit, but I think mixing it up, giving her the opportunity to score. She hits high over the net. She's tall, she's big, can hit with heat.
4 kills on 7 attempts for Crocker. As that one is still out of the middle by Sebeldon, who's also playing an increased role here. Looking for Lyanna Sebeldon's number. She's 5 of 8.
Well, I think the more comfortable the setters get with the middles in practices and training and as they switch teams, that's what you do. You run the middle, you establish the middle, you get them going, and then you set the pins.
It's turned into a middle battle.
It really has.
Number 55, Javi Bastianelli with the kill.
And so what you're going to see is the middle blockers really going to need to do a good job, either a full commit on this on a perfect pass, because if they're late, they're going to hit right by them.
No Sebeldon this time. It's low. And VA pops it into the net, but it does not come out.
I like that dig down the line. Beautiful swing here by Ebony Wanabu, finding that space down the line. Lamaris Velez almost got that ball up.
8 for 13 for number 95 in purple. Cassie Lickman is rejected low next to Sebeldon.
That's a big block and a nice block, but you rarely see Cassie Lickman actually get blocked. She might hit it off the top of the block or maybe light into the block where it's easily covered, but it's rare that you see her hit one kind of straight into the block and get blocked straight down.
Block is worth plus 12. Getting stuffed is minus 8. Sebeldon to serve. Said she almost transferred in college, decided not to. That ball blocked, does not find its way over. Played at Washington, playing for Jim McLaughlin. They weren't quite seeing eye to eye on a lot of things. A lot of the way Jim was talking to her was making Lyanna nervous and not play well and making her angry. Said I almost left, but then I didn't, and it ended up being the best decision I ever made.
Yeah, she had a fantastic career, and she and Keegan Cook had an amazing relationship and finished her time there at Washington. I think she was just glad she stuck it out and hung in there, and it just teaches you so much.
But it wasn't just Keegan Cook. She actually did repair things with Jim first. Everything was working better before Jim moved on, and Keegan took over that program.
Absolutely.
So a lot to be said for what can be done when you find yourself in an interpersonal relationship that is not working in your team, and go ahead and work on it. We're talking about Lyanna Sebeldon, originally out of Folsom, California. Little known fact, her parents are immortal. They do not age. That ball's set over into the campfire and good.
Number 17, Taylor Bruns.
Oh man, you hate to let a ball like this fall. It's a nice set over the net, but from far away. Taylor Bruns is on her knees, setting this ball and just flings it over the net.
Hero or zero play right there.
Yep, that ball's either coming right back at you or it's gonna fall.
Put a cape on Taylor Bruns for that one. Start the Greatest American Hero music through the hands of Stalzer. Full steam ahead, Team Wanabu. Bingo.
It's a beautiful run. See this slide play by Javi Bastianelli. Coming around and behind, one-on-one opportunity for her. She finds it. Beautiful set by Bruns.
Remember, Stalzer got a hold of that one in the first set. Here's a good pass from Stalzer. Low there, even too quick for that somewhat fast set. And Simone Abbott is still off the tracks.
Looks like she's a little bit underneath the ball and the ball's behind her. So she's trying to find it, find that rhythm, see if she can get that ball in the court. It's a nice dig. Yep, you can see that ball just kind of go up and over.
Another shot for Abbott. She is under that ball and gets blocked again. Odina Alieva is the sub in that position. We saw them trade off as now the lead is 10-6. We saw them trade off last week as they were on the same team.
That's a nice serve that just drops You'll see Nia Grant just kind of hang and wait for that roll shot, throw that ball back down.
No changes for Team Wannabe.
They're just going to have to mix up who they're setting. So watch Javi Bastianelli and Ebony Wannabe. They're going to play off of one another.
Watch Javi Bastianelli offensively, another backslide kill.
You'll see they'll mix up these plays where Ebony Wannabe will come out of the middle, out of the back row, and they'll run the slide with that.
Thank you to our presenting court partner, Geico. Bastianelli to the line. Boy, Betty is so efficient with her movements.
Well, she's so calm and balanced. She kind of jets those arms out there. You know, it's a little bit different than you normally see. She jets it out there, but she kind of hangs on to it. I love this high set, finding Nia Grant in the middle.
That is not how the gold medal squared Illuminati would teach it.
A little bit different.
The not so secret society of volleyball.
Another beautiful swing out of the back row. And you'll see Ebony Wannabe still making some noise, even hitting out of the back row. You see Corey Crocker's here in the front, and that leaves the opportunity for Wannabe on the right side of the court out of the back row.
9 of 14. I think that's 11 on the scale of noise.
Tell you what, I think you're right. But Nia Grant, she's making a little bit of a move here as well.
Nia Grant 4 of 4, 2 blocks.
Well, that's a nice trip around in the front row. I mean, that's what you want. You want to be able to set your, the bench is fired up. Set your middles as much as possible, block a couple balls, doing your job.
Look out if Aaron Ferris is pumped up about what you're doing on the court. Watch yourself. Working on Tiff Clark. 58% perfect last week, and that one's off the antenna. So passing an issue for Team Wannabe at the moment. Cassie Lickman has about 2/3 of the court to herself.
She does. You're going to see that right side with Simone Abbott and Tiffany Clark. They're kind of right next to each other. She's squeezing her a little bit, so they've got some tighter seams over there.
There's Lickman right in the middle of your screen. They test her, and yeah, we'll go back to somebody else next time. Abbott blocked again. Low all over the tip. Sebeldon to the corner. Be proud, Sonia and Steve.
By number 30, Lyanna Sebeldon.
It's a beautiful pickup by Lowe on that tip, and then Lyanna getting off the net. Look at her, just transitioning quick, hitting that ball deep into the corner.
Lyanna Sebeldon quick in the middle, and Team Dela Cruz quickly up here in the second. They lead 14-8, already up 1-9. That's 39-29 overall.
What's up, guys? It is a free day. We've been playing volleyball, you know, a lot, as we tend to do. And I was sitting around doing my free day things, as I always do, which is watch YouTube videos that have nothing to do with volleyball. And I was thinking to myself, I wonder what everyone else is doing on their free day. And I had an idea. Why not ask them? So, how are you spending your free day?
I am working, doing some cybersecurity marketing.
Nice. And what's it like balancing a real job with volleyball?
It's been pretty good. My work is really understanding. My boss now is a volley fan, which is super cool. Yeah, he's super supportive. So I mean, I'm not able to like participate in as much collaborative work right now, but I'm still able to get all my stuff done and yeah, work in the off time.
Blending her professional life with her regular life. Lyanna Sebeldon melding her professional life along with her now regular life. The Washington grad, one-time dog, first-team All-American during her time there, and went to Romania. That might stop you from playing overseas. It's a tough environment over there.
It's a tough place to play, but you know what? It's such an amazing experience for these guys to be able to go and play overseas that way. But I tell you, Lyanna Sebeldon got a promotion while we were here, so that's kind of a big deal. Nice to see her doing that work while she's here.
Fans, if you want to own a piece of Athletes Unlimited history, do it now. The first ever Topps trading card set for professional volleyball is out. Topps.com has them through April 2nd. Features all 45 athletes, additional cards about the league, and some randomly inserted serial numbered parallels, including player autographs and gold 1 of 1s. This is your only shot. Go do it. Topps.com today. Look at Olympian Key Michael. We were playing the Olympia game the other night.
We were.
We left Key off.
We did.
She got mad at me this week.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I thought we just didn't get there.
Kicked me with a Normatec leg.
Yeah, she should have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like getting hit with one of those big gymnastic balls. You just bounce and you go across the room. Yeah, Taunton, England native, makes her home in Florida. Mom and dad are split. One American, one Brit. And Key Michael is proprietor of the Volley Bubble, played for Team GB in 2012. Wants to just keep making content in the sport of volleyball. She's traveling the world, seeing different people. Go ahead and check her out on YouTube at Key Michael. That's CI. As Odina Alieva has checked in a change for Team Wannabe.
Already come in, make an impact, a perfect pass. They were able to run the middle.
Block from Crocker.
There's Crocker, that's what she does so well. She said the same thing as Javi Bastianelli. I want to block. I love it. It's such an aggressive move, and I love it. Look at her make up this ground and get all the way over there to close the block.
Dynamic, that's her, Corey Crocker. Good touch. Not quite on the contact in the back row.
I've been super impressed with Lyanna Sebeldon and her ability to hit different sets and hit over the top of the block. I mean, she can bang it, she can hit hard, but she has some range, and she's savvy as well.
Actually works with my cousin in her professional life, Noah Williams. A funny connection there. Used to funny connections in the volleyball world, not really in the real world. Hunter misses that one. All right, I see the enthusiasm on Team Wanabu's side. They scored a couple coming out of that timeout, trying to pick it up. Odina Alieva, I thought, had the best warm-up I've seen yet. Not surprised to see her in there as an option as Crocker is back to serve. Low with the winner.
I tell you, it's so difficult to line up on a lefty on the left side. Just a little bit, it's something you don't see every day. Nice pass. Beautiful set there. Finds that seam. They just weren't completely closed on that block. Let's see, like a two-person serve receive. Kind of this, she's stepping in on serve receive.
Stalls her inside, but it's wide. Missed opportunity there for Team Dela Cruz.
Big serve. You see how that ball just tails over to the right. Very difficult to control. And a nice swing cross court, but just misses.
Low down the line, dug by Clark. Betty, one-time setter. Perfect. Sebeldon with a kill. Man, look at those hands.
I love those hands.
Number 30, Lyanna Sebeldon now serving for
Huge dig by Tiffany Clark. You see they scramble to get it, but you're setting a free ball over the net. You know it's going to be a perfect pass. Even with the block there, Sebeldon able to go over the top.
This is the most middle-heavy match we have had. 8 for 11, Lyanna Sebeldon. And she's been good from the service line. How about a dig? Add that in. To the corner low, a little inside slide.
I like that. So the block, you're going to see the block just make a move all the way over. They're already camped out, so it gives her a nice line of sight. Beautiful dig. And low with that slide approach off of 1 foot, chopping it to the line.
Sebeldon already with 1 ace. Drove Lichtman all the way to the corner. That one will go down. 10 kills now for Wannabe.
Number 8, Cassie Lakeman, now serving for Team
So we're at 34-43 overall, the big score on the board. Wannabu slowly creeping their way back.
Team Wannabu has yet to miss a serve. Lyanna now in the front row. No swing here is for Wannabu. Off Stalzer, NVA runs it down. Stalzer down the line. One of the better rallies we've had, 19-13.
A couple of huge digs by Tiffany Clark on Team Wannabu, keeping it alive. But Nomara Velez Augusto made that huge play for Team De La Cruz. And Stalzer finishes here with her swing, her speed, and that chop down the line.
Wannabu one-on-one Grant.
Man, Nia Grant stepping up. Solo block on the other side of the net. You see, she waits here. Everybody else takes off for their hitters. Does a nice job reading that angle, Nia Grant.
All right, go ahead and follow Nia too.
And Penny, and the dog.
Alieva punches it through. Dina Alieva, native of Uzbekistan, checks in at 6'1". Professional experience, Turkey, Italy, Azerbaijan. You wonder how players got into this league as we look at Kelly Hunter. Isolation there. The PEC, Player Executive Committee, recruited players from their experience who wanted to participate in this inaugural year of Athletes Unlimited. So a lot of these foreign athletes have had touch with Americans before. Stalzer gets the touch on the block. I think one of the interesting things to follow will be next year when you have the college players finishing their season. Many of the seniors are already done with school, finish out volleyball, then they're looking for a professional opportunity right around this time. Stalzer the line. Hunter will be blocking. Maris with the dig. Look at that set. And the tip goes again.
Eddie De La Cruz. If she can find it, and this ball is coming from, I don't know how far away. You're going to see this ball being dug off the court and set. She's not even in the screen. She's so far away. But Betty De La Cruz tipping it just over the top of the block.
Official measurement came in at 31.6 feet. The lead has grown for Team De La Cruz. It is 47-35 in the overall. They are in control here in the second. Timeout Wannabu. Can they get back on track?
I love volleyball because it can make you face your fears. Because volleyball can be stressful, it can be crazy, it can be hard to do, really hard to do. And you just have to put what's important above what you might be scared of. So I think it just makes you face your fears and put others above your own personal feelings.
Simone Abbott, originally out of Michigan, now living in Chicago after her stint at Northwestern. All Big Ten first team. She's played pro in several countries. And here she's been trying to get back in rhythm over the last couple of matches to the Simone Abbott we know who can heat it up on the pin. How about an MVP vote from one of our fans? Who could it be?
Rodriguez. I'm 9 years old, and my favorite player for MVP is Simone Abbott. Go Simone!
Go Simone, indeed. What was said in the huddle in this last timeout? Let's check in with Ebony.
Hey, y'all, we don't have to win the set, but we need to try to close the gap a little bit, okay? That's all we need to do, point by point. We don't have to be like, oh, we gotta win, we gotta win. We just gotta close the gap and then do well the next set, okay? One by one, all right?
Man, she nailed it right on the head. That's what this is all about. How many points are you earning throughout the course of the match? That's the key. So if they can close the gap here, they can still win the entire thing in points.
Yeah, they can win the 60 points for the match. They've already lost 40 points in the first set. or more accurately, the 40 points for the first set were won by De La Cruz. They're looking like they're going to win an additional 40 here, barring a huge comeback here in the second. And then we'll have 100 points still on the line in the third. That's 60 for the overall and 40 for that third set victory. A service, that's one way to get back in it. 180 total team points available across the match.
Super aggressive serve by Bruns. She knows that she has a serve that can really disrupt the serve receive, and she's going for it. She doesn't take anything off of this thing.
Right back to it again. Another bad pass. Alieva has been a spark plug.
I like the fire. She's come in. She's been so consistently coming in the games, getting it done, passing well, playing good defense, and scoring. I just like her complete game.
I think this is the most number of offensive opportunities we've seen from Modena, affectionately known as Odie. Another tough serve, 3 in a row. Low from the back row.
Huge play by Castello. I like the Stalzer came back. She had 2 bad passes in a row. They served her again, but she came back and nailed it.
Back in, regular serving sub now, Molly Lohman, who suffered an ankle injury in week 1. Oh, that was nearly an ace. They got 3 touches. We'll have to go to the official score for that one.
So she did this last time. She served this ball down the line. This is when Abbott was in, and then went away from her, went to Lohman, or excuse me, Lickman. It may have been a miss. We'll see if they go straight down the line again.
Set point. Betty De La Cruz all over it. For the set. Alieva goes wide right, and down goes Bruns. That is the end of our second set. We thought that Team De La Cruz might be the strongest of this week's selections, behind her own big arm for Betania De La Cruz and that of Castello. Thus far, they've been on point. They lead by 12. Tonight's match is presented by Guaranteed Rates. Fair Park Coliseum, it has been all Team De La Cruz. 50-38, they have won both of our first 2 sets, carry 80 team points already in this match as we head to our third set. On our way there, gives us a chance to talk to Willow Johnson, who'll be starring at opposite for Team Edmond this week. Hi, Willow.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you doing with settling into a new system this week? You left Team Larson, now you're on Team Edmond. How is that week to week? How are you doing with that process?
I mean, I've been lucky enough to have Sam Seliger-Swenson as my setter for actually this is going to be our 3rd week together. So getting that connection with a setter is nice. So that hasn't changed at all. I mean, I'm not that back there passing balls, so I don't really have to work on that. But yeah, I'm glad to be back on the court tonight with a new team. I'm excited. I think this team has a lot of energy, which I'm happy about. I bring a lot of energy. So you have Taylor Sambothi, Leah Edmond. I think we're just going to have a blast tonight. So I'm super excited.
And Willow, how has Leah Edmond been this week as a leader, as a captain? She's one of the younger players, but she's in this role. How has she been with you guys?
Yeah, she's been amazing, actually. She's making sure to ask us how our bodies are feeling, and we're just getting after it in the gym. I think she's done a great job of controlling our side, and that's what we've really been focusing on this week, is just taking care of business on our side of the court.
When it comes to taking care of business on your side of the court, what kind of start can people expect from your side to know that, yes, it's going well for Team Edmond, besides the scoreboard, obviously?
Energy, fiery. We're out here to win tonight, I'll tell you that.
All right, we'll see if you and Taylor Sambothi can take home Best Celebration Award for the evening.
We'll try to do our best.
Yeah, my money's on you guys. Thanks, Willow.
Yeah, thank you.
Willow Johnson will be starting for Team Edmond later tonight as they will take on Team Larson. Kevin Barnett alongside Salima Rockwell as we head into the third set here with a pretty good cushion for Team De La Cruz. 12 points built up. Now remember, we have 60 points for the overall score available, team points available, and 40 points for the win in the third set. If this isn't going to be a sweep, tell me, Dr. Rockwell, What prescription are you writing for the women in purple?
Oh, the prescription. Let's see. I mean, you know, I think they know what they need to do, picking up tips, little plays, you know, all of those things, that they can absolutely win a set. They can win a set. They need to handle the ball. They need to handle it well and get the middles back involved as much as possible.
That's what they want to go for if they're going to pick up any of the remaining 100 points available in our win points category. That is for team success, added into the individual points as well as the MVP points voted on by everyone in the match and you, the fan. Low dug by Lichtman. They've spent time together in the USA gym. Back-to-back digs, plus 10 for Lichtman in this rally alone, and there is a plus 12 for the winner for Wannabu. Ebony Wannabu's 11th kill.
Once you had Lichtman back there just taking care of the ball over and over again, consistently digging the ball, and then Ebony sees that block. Ebony Wannabu sees that block and blasts off the top of it.
This has been a big hitters plus middle show. And right to that point, Nia Grant gets a hold of one. Team Dela Cruz has really used their middles. Sebeldon has 8 kills. Nia Grant now looking for it, 6.
I tell you, she's found that rhythm. Kelly Hunter just has the rhythm of those middles. I think
yeah, she did find a rhythm.
She found, see that? No, I didn't. Was she dancing?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wannabu way off the net. Dug up by Lohman. Benny Dela Cruz chisels for the winner.
Well, and all that starts with the serve. Pass wasn't that bad, but serving that ball down the line creates some disruption on the right side of the court. You see, that wasn't a perfect set to Ebony Wannabu. They want to drive that ball down the line and force Bruns to be in just different positions.
Isolation on Hunter here, the setter. Oh, Betania with another point. Betania Dela Cruz is a plain-spoken woman who speaks with confidence and realism. We asked her about the Dominican Republic team, said, you know, who's going, what changes? She said, it's the same team.
Yeah.
There is no one else.
That's it.
A fantastic generation of players that will, again, take their team to the Olympics. Stalzer with the dig. Low, a little under it. Crocker misses.
Tough miss by Crocker. It's the right opportunity, right time. You're going to see Tiffany Clark kind of shade over a little bit to help Odina Alieva in the passing. You can watch the passers, see where this ball goes in that seam.
Odina Alieva is from the April Ross School of Passing, as that one's collected by Lichtman.
Nice swing through the block, finding the seam here. Good pass, finds that seam right in the middle of the block.
Nearly punched down. Crocker with the defense. That ball needs to be hit by our official.
And that's a tough one. I believe that's a negative set.
Yeah, that'll be -12. Devin McClarty in the best position to take a swing at this one. Our R1.
You'll see this little roll shot over the net, and the ball just hits the block. Lowe does a nice job, but a little confusion there. And Hunter can't get around it.
I think Namaris was in a better position to set that one with the platform. Betty pushes it through. High and tight is Betty's game.
That's it. And I say it every match. Those tight balls that are too tight to swing, she pushes through like no one I've seen. She gets on it. Has a nice feel for the block.
What's the key to winning that ball?
The key to winning that ball is going second, pushing as hard as you can into the block and feeling it and wiping it out of bounds. A lot of times players try to do it and they don't even feel the block, and then they end up missing. They just throw it. She shoves it into the block.
Wannabu in rhythm. Dug again by Stalzer. Stalzer racking up those defensive points. That one is too deep. Lichtman, another good choice.
A really nice swing off the top of the block tell you, these are the rallies. This is the energy that Team Wannabe needs. I know Betty De La Cruz was questioning something at the net during the play even.
We do indeed have a challenge called by De La Cruz.
Team De La Cruz.
You have 2 challenges per team per set. You don't keep them and there's no penalty for using them. So if you have a doubt, you may as well go for it.
The rally was still going on, and Betty De La Cruz was kind of pointing and trying to signal to the ref a little bit about something, and it looks like they're talking about a net call, but it's not confirmed yet.
Yeah, I think just a little confirmation there, being that English is a second language for Betania, just to make sure they get the appropriate part of the point, which is always a question internationally when you have a referee from one country, 2 teams from another 2 countries, and everyone's trying to figure it out.
See, right here, she starts pointing. And I'm not sure.
Oh, as Ebony turns away from the net here, did she make contact with the lower part of the net? I can't believe how far that ball went.
Yeah.
After Cassie Lickman hit it.
Let's talk about that stalls or dig too.
Multiple in that rally. It's a great catch by you, Salima, that Betty is immediately pointing at Ebony.
Definitely saw it. And now she turns around and goes right to the ref.
Question now is, did we all see it? Did we all see it? That was the finish to the point. Question coming, did number 95 in the purple jersey put her hip or elbow into the tape as she turned away?
So we are at 55-42, Team De La Cruz up by 13 at this point. It's a long way to go to win the match and get those extra 60 points, but the set, of course, is still within reach.
No net detected. So we remain as called. Kill for Cassidy Lickman. And we remain close here in the third, but it won't be enough to stay close here in the third if you're looking for that overall victory on Team Wanabo. As Salima Rockwell just mentioned, they are down 13. They started this set down 12. So at the midpoint, it could be decided if it remains close this way, at least in the overall. But remember, those 40 set points still very much matter. Every swing matters. Every set matters in Athletes Unlimited from the start of the season to the end. Sebeldon again. And a little frustration begins to set in on the other side. 9 kills on 13.
She is just winding up. That ball's just hanging. You see there, she hangs this one ball.
Oh, now the question, did it hit Wannabe in the foot and then stay alive?
But I don't think they're not gonna challenge it.
The captain, number 81, Betania De La Cruz.
No challenge. Sends Betania to the line.
Let's see if they get this ball to Ebony Wannabe out of the back row, or Bastianelli on the slide.
High heat on Tiff Clark. That one through the hands of Morris, not quite.
Number 8, Cassidy Lickman with the kill point.
Great hustle on that side. That's a ball you'd like to get back. It's just a grooved ball that went through the hands.
What is a groove ball?
A groove ball is just a ball that you take a little bit off of, chop it into play, not full steam, not full swing.
Number 8, Cassidy Lickman now serving for Team Wannabe.
Lickman to serve. Katie Carter checks in. That ball is not up. So Carter came in as a blocking sub.
Sebeldon with the kill point. Team De La Cruz.
And she will go right back out with Taylor Bruns coming back in.
Entering the match, number 15, Nia Grant. Number 30, Lyanna
We got two
Sebeldon.
players trying to make that play. Sebeldon has been banging that ball, hitting hard in the middle. Now tips it right over the top.
Been scoring in Sebeldon's rotation. The near ace. Touch called. Good solid contact. Alieva. And now Carstello says, no, I did not touch it. Second challenge already in this set issued by Team De La Cruz.
A captain's challenge has been issued on the last point by Team De La Cruz.
So they definitely are saying we did not touch it. Alieva believes there was a touch on this ball. Unless it hit that right pinky, or the right hand of Nia Grant. I'm not sure I'm seeing it.
I think you're gonna have to take them in combination here. I see nothing.
That was a good.
Great job by the crew right there.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
That pinky looks a little funky there, Nia, but I don't think it actually hit the ball.
Everyone can get a little funky pinky. That is actually a condition.
I got two of them.
A known condition from professional volleyball. Funky pinky. Mine's courtesy of a coach. Thanks a lot, Rob Browning, back in the day. Yeah, that ball is ruled out correctly so Team De La Cruz uses their second challenge already here in the third set. They have burned all their challenges, but with success on the second one. 8-5.
Number 30, Lyanna Sebeldon, now serving for Team De La Cruz.
Sebeldon's been hitting to that left front passer and been dropping it off a shelf as it comes over.
Driving that ball. You'll see Clark kind of scoot over to help Alieva with some of the passing responsibilities.
Almost all. Trying to drive Clark deep. Stalls her off the block for the winner. Bump set Sebeldon, so give her an assist, an ace, a block. And how about 10 kills?
Racking them up. And I tell you, Lyanna Sebeldon coming in is not that deep on the leaderboard. She can make some big moves here.
She might be on our biggest mover list tomorrow. Alieva's blocked, but it's just out of bounds. And you see Team Wannabu trying to maintain some enthusiasm in the face of what has been an offensive onslaught from Team De La Cruz.
Well, and it's really, they need to control the ball. When they control the ball, they can set both their middles, Crocker and Bastianelli. They also, have the Ebony Wannabu to set, Cass Lickman. I mean, they have a lot that they have as well. They just need to handle the ball a little bit better.
Perfect pass offense from Team De La Cruz.
Number 25, Carstello.
They're in double figures.
Point, Team De La Cruz. Substitution for Team Wannabu.
You see this perfect pass. This is right where you want to be as a passer. Passing that ball right in the middle of the court. That's a 2-point play by Betty De La Cruz, getting those 2 points for a perfect pass.
Nice touch and handle from Hunter. Stalzer makes it pay off. Lindsay Stalzer said last week she was a little disappointed in her play.
Yeah, she was. She said, I wasn't feeling great. It wasn't my best performance, and she really wanted to show up this week and have a better performance.
7 for 11 counts as showing up and showing out. More ball handling issues for Team Wannabu. And more kills off the block for Team De La Cruz. Like a fine sculptor and a piece of marble.
Chiseling away.
Team De La Cruz is making themselves a victory. 12-6. Timeout, Wannabe. Dela Cruz just moments away from the overall, but this third set still in doubt. 12-6. 62-44 in the overall, and our Geico leaderboard shows you Betania Dela Cruz still up top.
And well, she's getting it done. She's passing well. Of course, she can score at will, and she's playing good defense. So, I mean, that's what Betania Dela Cruz does.
We asked a lot of these players to talk about self-belief and a time of reflection and how it affected their career. Tiff Clark, tremendous career at Washington.
I played at Michigan my first year, and I think that moment where I really had to believe in myself was the first time playing there wearing a Badger uniform. I was in enemy territory. I was playing at Michigan. The girls on the other side did not like me. So we were down, and I kind of just looked into myself and was like, Tiffany, like, this is fun. Like, this is so cool. Like, getting to play here, like, no one likes you in the stands. Like, feed off that energy. And that's really the moment where I was like, okay, like, let's do this. And I had, I think, a record-setting game. I had like 37 digs, which was like the school record. It was just a really cool thing to accomplish in that really, I don't know, enemy environment, I guess.
The Naperville native, tough as they come, would go all the way with that energy to the national title last year. Come up just short against Stanford, a juggernaut of a team.
Well, they had an unbelievable run. I got to watch it and call some of those games from the beginning, and it was amazing what they were able to do. But Tiffany Clark, who's got the fire, she can play defense, she can pass well, and that's why Ebony Wannabe, I think, stole her from Leah Edmond. I think Leah Edmond would have grabbed her if she didn't take her first in the draft earlier this week.
Yeah, it was Team Clark in the very first week wearing the blue uniforms. Then she was on Team Edmond wearing the blue uniforms. So for the first time, she's clad in purple as you look at the all-time career profile here for Tiffany Clark. Mentioned just out of school in that last season that occurred, and now playing for Team Wannabe. They are down here in the third set and in the overall. Alieva comes up short, and Ali continues 13-6.
See if they can find something here. Watch Ebony Wannabe. You're going to watch the block of Team Dela Cruz, all kind of shifting over when the pass pulls forward, but we'll see if Bruns throws it back there.
Match ball right here. NBA digs it. Will it stay in play? Yes, it will. Hunter goes high. Lets everybody reset. Wannabe with another kill. 63-45.
Ebony Wannabe doing everything she can to get this team going. Look how deep she is starting from the back row, getting on her horse to hit that ball.
Second match ball opportunity. Lowe tracks it down. Beautiful bump set. Stalls her a little far outside. NBA standing in.
Huge dig.
The put away by the captain, and that'll do it for 60 points.
Number 29,
Unbelievable dig by Nomaris Velez Agosto, and then the beautiful set out of the back row. Betty Dela Cruz was not going to be denied.
Will they go for a sweep to open the weekend? Team Dela Cruz. Team Dela Cruz went 3-0 last weekend. Didn't pick up a full sweep, losing the last set in the last match when they had that opportunity against Team Larson. They're in a good spot for the moment. Alieva. Backslide with Alieva.
Was not expecting that. I like that they're mixing it up a little bit. So she's an outside hitter. You're going to watch her kind of going off one foot to hit this slide attack.
Little double quick look
Showing
from
some
Team Wannabe.
Nice versatility.
Well, she serves off one foot. Betania's blocked.
And remember, this set is not out of reach by any means. Ebony Wannabe again, getting her team fired up. You'll see Corey Crocker get all the way over there, but that was all Ebony Wannabe dropping into that angle.
40 points still yet to be awarded for the set victory. Of course, plenty to do individually. Twice in a row? No. Hunter tracks it down, and she'll collect a kill.
I almost said that out lound. I was waiting for it. I could feel it. I could feel it coming.
The setter in you knew this is your moment.
It's a high dig as well, and it's tight. You just want to, you're moving forward, and they're just not ready for it. Corey Crocker's like, oh.
I think you're in that gap, too. Right between the two blockers, you can feel that. 65-47 the overall. The big one you want to look at now, 15-9. Can we get a comeback out of Team Wannabe? Crocker to Wannabe for the winner. Now Wannabe doing her part, 13 kills now. However, Corey Crocker is second with 7. So still looking for a little help is Ebony Wannabe.
Number 77, Corey Crocker, now serving for Team Wannabe.
Love to have that help out of the middle from Corey Crocker, but as a middle blocker, only so much you can do. Backspin long.
Service error. Point. Team Dela Cruz.
It's an untimely error. She's just standing there driving that ball.
The very first service error for Team Wannabe.
Number 52, Kelly Hunter, now serving for Team Dela Cruz.
Kelly Hunter with a very tough serve of her own. See if she drives this ball deep on Alieva and Clark.
Bruns with a nice dig. The opposites trading blows. That one into the net. What do you think of that set?
That was a tough set. I understood why she was doing it, trying to mix it up. It was almost the right pass to do it and the right time to do it. Just a little bit off. Wasn't the perfect lineup.
Yeah, to that point, Bastianelli had only 7 attempts. And here we are in set 3. No Morris with the dig. Catania with another put away. Boy, she has just made a mess of the block.
Oh, that's what she does so well, and she's just racking up the points, the kill points, the stat points. And she wants to hang on to this set, that's for sure. That will help her with the overall leaderboard.
Hunter the near ace. Stalzer's doing a nice job in that middle back. Betty back up, the ball right back on top of her. Miss from Karsten, a disjointed point.
Very disjointed, a lot going on, but I like how both sides just kind of staying with it, staying patient with it. That ball just got behind Karsten a little bit, and she couldn't quite just keep that ball in play.
That time, Karstelo leaves, no doubt. 19-11.
I tell you what, we've seen her so far this tournament in rotation 1. Most of the time, they're running her across the court, having her hit on the right. She's been super effective on the left.
Yeah, that first week they did a lot.
A lot. Really nice job of siding out here on the left side in that rotation.
Good reach from Hunter, no swing to be had. Yeah, almost nobody up. Wannabe with the advantage.
It's a nice run by Bruns. You're going to see Ebony Wannabe come right in the middle. We call that the C zone, where she's attacking this ball.
Substitution for Team Wannabe entering the match, number 19, Katie Carter.
Here's that play coming in right inside the middle.
A service, Cassidy Lickman. A blocking sub on the floor, Katie Carter once again in for the setter, Taylor Bruns, but it doesn't matter if you just serve up an ace. Plus 12, minus 12 situation right there. Bethania set for the kill.
Point Team Wannabe.
She's just seeing the whole floor.
It's just, it's almost unfair. She comes in, she knows when to swing, she sees the block, she knows where to put the ball, and of course where the defense is right there. But she's setting that ball over the court, over the net.
Is demoralizing. Alieva with a perfect swing. Fighting off that serve of Sebeldon, which has been so effective.
I tell you, that's a big swing. When you have your middle blocker already take a move, you'll see Nia Grant just start shifting. She's already over there. That's a nice high swing deep into the corner, just over the left hand of Nia Grant.
Do you start Odina Alieva tomorrow on Team Wannabe?
Well, I think you got to see how they're feeling, see what happens in practice.
Bastianelli with the ace. Back-to-back rotations. It's been an ace serve for Team Wannabe.
Again, they're only down by 5, excuse me, at this point. It's a stretch, but they can make a move.
We've seen bigger comebacks. It's just 5. Keep serving like that, you might do it. Stalzer, definite turn down the line.
I'll tell you, Stalzer wanted to play better, wanted to provide more this weekend, and she already is doing that.
Let's take a look at our Geico defensive play of the match. Nomaris standing in. She's doing it again down the line and right on point. Not this time. Remember, at the end of the year, we will be awarding the Geico Defensive Player of the Year. That comes with a $5,000 bonus for whoever that might be. Nomaris Velez Agosto making a bid for that. Said she started playing at 9 years old because everybody plays volleyball in the middle of Puerto Rico. But the whole island does play volleyball.
Yeah, she said that's just what you do. I said, did you play any other sports? She's like, no, that was it.
Yeah.
That's all you do.
Stalzer, hang, cannot cover herself. So the rally is on here. Just 4. They keep chipping away at it. The way they did in the first, they got to within 21-25. Can they get closer here in the third?
Well, Team Wannabe, that's what they know what they need to do. A nice job here with the block. Big block on the left side. I like this matchup with Crocker and Wannabe. And Stalzer over there. Keep an eye out for Carcelo and Betty De La Cruz out of the back row as well.
Tiff Clark is in the angle. Oh, the block is there. Hunter, we wondered when she might show up. It was the wall last week.
It really was.
Number 52.
It was, but I tell you, they haven't been hitting a ton of balls down the line either. They're hitting a lot cross court into the middle blocker or deep into the corner. So Alieva turns that ball, and Hunter doing a nice job stealing that line.
Kelly Hunter continues to play like she's 6'4" on that pin. Hunter comes in at 5'11". Got a hold of that one too, but it goes out of bounds. Wannabe, too much power.
That's another nice out of system set by Alieva. A big blast. You see it rattle off Hunter and then into Nia Grant.
So it's been a little 5-2 move here for Wannabe, but they still trail. Low out of the back row, Doug. Little soft chip. Take that one to the beach, Ebony.
I tell you, this was a huge swing by Carcelo and a big dig to keep it alive by Bruns. Nice job converting here by Team Wannabe.
You can take that one to the beach and support your brother who wants to be a pro fisherman.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
6'7".
Well, he just
fisherman.
wants to fish. That's all he wants to do.
Get a good angle on it. De La Cruz high hands. Alieva with the read. Stalzer with a big cut out of the back row. An even bigger cut from Karstalo. 23-19.
They really can just score from any position on the court. And look at this perfect set. Leads her into this ball. She flies in, hits the ball off the top of the block.
Hunter and Lowe have worked together before coming into the season. And you could see Hunter just figuring out how she needed to set Karstalo. Say thanks to our presenting floor sponsor, Geico, for their support of Athletes Unlimited. More good defense for Team De La Cruz. And the return on investment. Set point. De La Cruz looking for the sweep and 180 team points for everyone involved. That would be a good way to open week 3. Betania De La Cruz moved from 4th to 2nd. She might be putting some heat on Jordan Larson here. Not yet. Crocker.
Super spike by number 77, Corey Crocker.
Set point 2.
Team Wannabe.
Lyanna Sebeldon's in the front row. Perfect pass. I go Sebeldon.
I agree.
Now serving for Team Wannabe, number 77, Corey Crocker.
Transition, Lickman. Doug. Oh, Sebeldon with the assist, maybe. Oh, Alieva read the book of De La Cruz. Inside the block for the winner. 24-21, a third set point upcoming. Wannabe fighting.
Battling, you see Alieva shade down the line at the end of this play here. See her shade, she sees that ball coming just down the line. Nice read by Alieva.
Scouting report material. Third set point. There's Lyanna Sebeldon, and there is the set. What a match from Lyanna Sebeldon and the entire Team De La Cruz crew. 75-59. A clean sweep for the women in orange. Athletes Unlimited Volleyball on Fox Sports Network is sponsored by Guaranteed Rate. Back in Dallas, a clean sweep for Team De La Cruz. In the middle, playing a huge role was Lyanna Sebeldon in the 75-59 victory. And we are now joined by the former Washington Husky. Lyanna, did you know from the start of this, how did you know you'd be so involved offensively for Team De La Cruz?
I mean, I didn't. It was a really pleasant surprise. You know, I knew we had some strong hitters on the pins on this team, so I was a little bit concerned that I might get overlooked. But Kelly and I have a really great connection. And one of my favorite things about her as a setter is if you're really screaming for the ball, she will listen. So I just kind of screamed my head off and got the ball.
I love that, Lyanna. So talk about that connection. Has this happened just here? Did you play with one another before? How did that happen?
She and I actually have some NCAA history. She played at Nebraska. I played at Washington. And her team knocked me out of the NCAA tournament 3 times in my 4-year career. So she actually owed me this, and I think we're good now.
All right, a debt getting paid. Thanks, Lyanna. Congratulations on a great night.
Thank you.
Look forward to seeing Lyanna Sebeldon and Kelly Hunter teaming up again. They will be in action tomorrow night. We'll wrap it up from Dallas for just our first match of the night. Team De La Cruz, the winner.